Good Valentine's Day. I certainly have. I was able to make those lovely bouquets that I do every year and had myself a good time, ate well, everything else. I am, well, my relationships are always complicated, but the important women in my life are taken care of, so that's all I can say. It's Monday night, the 16th of February, halfway through February. Teach Daddy, how we doing?
I'd be doing a lot better if I was caffeinated, I won't lie, I'm very tired.
Well, we got two things to try tonight, and these flavors as a whole, I think if you took off the logo and just put whatever was in front of it, like if it was a tub or a can and you just put yuzu lemon and voodoo grape on there with no brand recognition at all, I think you would be very skeptical. That sound about right?
The yuzu maybe not.
The yuzu, yes, just simply because any carbonated lemon family member is just not down with it. That makes sense?
I can get behind
Get
some
what I mean?
yuzu.
And the voodoo grape, well, when it comes to the flavor pool, it is Russian roulette, let's be real.
Are we getting good grape or are we getting medicine grape?
That's what I'm afraid of, and, for some people, I have, some sincere doubt and some optimistic, reach, and I do have a coworker that I sit down and have lunch with. We actually did get to try around, so there's this mobile gas station by me, and sometimes I find hidden gems in there. I had the privilege because I saw the orange dreamsicle, I saw the old, and I saw the new right next to each other, and I'm like, "How the fuck?"
Jackpot.
So, my stupid self, I grabbed both of them, and I go to lunch, I get plastic cups, and I said, "Guys, orange to oranges, testing, testing, testing."
Peaches, peaches,
They said, "I'm
peaches.
about it." Peaches, 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 peaches. Up there, peaches. Well, anyways, peaches, we decided to get some plastic cups, pour the first one and the second one. The second can, unfortunately, did not hit as well as it should, because you know that can's inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
But my buddy, who's a big monster guy, he goes, "Why'd they do this? Why'd they change it?" So essentially, the first one is just better. Electro Blue is freaking great, but the Orange Dreamsicle it was made before. Why'd you make it taste different? How could you?
How
I
could
know
you?
there's a
How dare
different
you?
sweetener balance on. How dare you? But needless to say, that was the case. So I have no idea what Monster's been doing lately, but they've been trying to give everyone a run for their money, so it seems. The international flavors are coming here, and it seems like they want to compete with Ghost and Red Bull and put them in their place. It's been crazy. Because outside the last 2 years, Monster hasn't been releasing a ton of flavors. It seems like they've been in cruise control, whereas Red Bull's like, we got new flavors. They got new flavors. Celsius is going to have new flavors, of course. And now they're just like, okay, that tears it. We got to do something. What are we going to do?
I think it's mostly
Oh,
because they're technically spreading themselves between rain and rainstorm. I think that's the other course of reason why.
I like to. I don't want to spread the wings for both of that lines. I'm just talking about Monster as a whole. Now, granted, when they do numbers, when they say how much the Monster Company makes, Rain is a Monster product.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also, I'm assuming that they're going to do one and two together, but I'm not sure if Celsius and Alani do that as well, since they're now the same company essentially.
See, now it was a
Celsius
very
bought Alani and they fucked each other up royally, in my opinion.
was a good thing that we took last Monday off because I took a little trip to Cleveland with our dear Matai and my sweet dear Rickon for the fact of I was able to find a Sheets because there are Sheets in Ohio, and coming soon to a caffeinated podcast to you and I is the new, which was supposed to be out later this year, but apparently Sheets has them early. The Monster Ultra Red,
Very early.
White, and Blue Res.
We gotta screenshot that for later on and see how that goes.
And you've had this one for a little bit, and I've been trying to find it for a little bit and finally have, but the Ghost Blue Raspberry.
Next week. Also, one thing I wanted to do next week, along with the Blue Raz, if you still have them, we still got we still got packets to try, man.
We do.
It's been a
I
long
do still
time.
have those. They're right here.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I haven't even opened these up. Been a long time since we tried Sneak on the show.
It's been a long time since we've tried powder stuff on the show, even.
Yeah, very true. Ooh, whoa! The first thing on top was raspberry lemonade hydrate. Haven't tried the hydrate line from them. Ooh, Blizzard. That's a good time. You remember Blizzard? Let's see. Some of these are backwards. Neon Punch, Tropicilla, and Cherry Bomb.
I guess I didn't read all the names,
I
but I
mean,
guess I didn't realize there was one called Cherry Bomb.
yeah. Although I'm actually very surprised because, depending on over the course of time, there used to be one where it was they would give you like there was like 8 flavors and they would do one each. It's actually cool that you're able to try the flavors twice so you could make up your mind. Like imagine you try cherry bomb and you're like, I don't know which one I want to buy afterwards, and it's like, up, let me try it again. Again, I think they'll be able to broaden their horizons in America. I just think that there needs to be a good solid push for them. Like I think there needs to be like a big creator in America for them to make the solid push that they need. And the fact that there's other companies that are going under or in limbo or having PR nightmares, I think that there's a very good chance for them to basically go boom, bang, right into the market. Because G Fuel hates their new AI. G Fuel people hate their AI crap all that's been going on for years. Advanced GG just had a PR nightmare. Rogue had a PR nightmare in the past, and it doesn't seem like it seems like they're in this weird position at the moment. At least from my perspective, I could be wrong. Glitch is in rebuilding. We will touch on that some other time. And when it comes to the powder stuff right now, I mean, it's a very tough racket. And if we don't, I mean, Ulti's there too. Ulti's still trying to grow its wings, in my opinion.
Well,
Tiger's still trying to grow its wings, in my opinion.
Altis had a weird resurgence because it was like it felt like it was dead and gone, and now all of a sudden it's having a big resurgence again.
It was more of underground, and I think that when some people decided to, decide to make some moves, and again, we just had people step down from Glitch and step down from other companies. And I remember there was a lot of brands reaching out saying, "Hey, uh, if you're leaving your brand or if you're closed down or whatever the case may be, send us an application." And I don't think that's actually talked about enough because when's the last time you saw on a regular basis outside of Dubby where they go, "Hey, put in an application and we'll talk." I mean, even if you don't think you're going to get the job, don't you still apply sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
It can't hurt because just remember, there's many times where the guy who's likable gets the job instead of the best guy for the job. Fortunately, it's how business works.
Yep. Now I gave Relly the kind fortune this evening to pick the two flavors I will be trying this evening. And Mr. Raleigh chose, firstly, the new Monster Juiced Voodoo Grape, and secondly, the new Monster Zero Sugar Lando Norris, which is new to the US and not new in general. But the
I
Voodoo,
could
to
have
my
picked this up
understanding,
at
is
that exotic sweet shop, but yes.
completely new.
Let's see, what do I have here? Tell you what,
Tell me what?
I'm trying to figure out which one to try first.
What?
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do heads for yuzu, tails for grape.
What?
You call it.
All right.
Heads or
No,
tails.
I always call it. You always call it in the air.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Yep. Heads.
We have tails.
Damn.
Grape it is.
Grape it is.
There's some people that called in the air. There's some people where they're like, nah, nah, nah. I'm calling it straight up.
This is the juiced line, and is a friendly reminder of the juice line because we haven't tried a juice flavor on the show in a while. The Monster Juice line, I just want to double check because usually these say contains no juice, but I have not seen that part just yet. But more importantly, there's 150 calories in this can, 190 milligrams of sodium, 39 grams carbohydrates, 36 grams of added sugars, 90 milligrams of potassium, 40 milligrams of niacin, 4 milligrams of vitamin B6. Uh, I've never seen that symbol before, but I think it's going to be 12 milligrams of B12, 20 milligrams of panthenic acid, B5.
What the hell? Yeah. Is that like a weird ass U in front of the
I do not know.
environment? Well, you see that?
I do. I've not seen this symbol before. And let it be remembered that in at least this juice can, I don't know about all juice cans, but at least in this one for sure, we do have melt detection, we do have red 40, and we do have blue 1.
Yep. And for those concerned, there also is malic acid in here. For some reason, that's towards the bottom.
And these
I know
are
that's turned off for some people.
160 milligrams per can.
So, what the hell's with all the juice concentrates in there? If you have to add dye in anyway, what the hell's the point? I don't know anymore. Yeah, let's see. Let me turn on the tube and let me see if we actually got anyone in there. Haven't looked all show. Ah,
It does smell very grapey.
good to see you, Rico. Well, let's find out on my end. Although I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've been in a monster mood lately. Just been trying like all the flavors and stuff. Again, it's been a while. Last time I think we tried a juice line on the show was the bad apple.
Was that technically part of the juice
Ooh,
line?
yes.
Huh. It has a candy
Yeah,
esque,
it's a very
candy kind of like grape to it to me.
it's definitely a purple grape, thankfully. It's not like a white grape or a red grape. Mm, I'm very unsure about this.
Now, mind you, smell doesn't mean everything because we've had cans that smell great and still taste awful, and we've also had cans that smell a little weird but tasted good.
I think the one that smelled amazing but tasted the worst for the best comparison was Party Punch from G Fuel. Smelled like fruity pebbles, tasted like sour milk candy.
I don't know, man. Those Liquid Death energy cans all smelled great, but they all tasted like ass. I will die on that hill.
I also will die on that hill that it was inedible. I still have to do a little bit of research on that, but needless to say, I'm not looking forward to that one. Oh, cheers, partner.
Salute. I guess I'm just kind of curious what this is. No.
Nope,
Did you get a bad can?
nope, that ain't bad. That I'm sorry, that ain't good.
I'm wondering if you got a bad can because I this is like grape juice to me. Now it's no Welch's grape juice by Ghost. It's not that by any means. But it definitely feels like it wants to be grape juice.
I get a little. I'm assuming I got a bad can then.
I hope it's a bad can then because like again I get like a little bit of a grape juice. It kind of has like a candy aspect on the tail end of it. I'm not overly
Yeah, this
enthralled by
is.
it. It's not the best grape ever. I don't think it's bad by any means. Nowhere near bad. Only thing I truly don't like about it thus far is it has 36 grams of sugar. But flavor wise, I don't think it's awful. I still think the Ghost Welch's or Grape Welch's Grape, however you want to say it, blows it out of the water. If you want a good grape can, energy form, get the Ghost Welch. You've taken a good couple swigs, my guy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just 2.5 out of 5. I mean, I just want to know what it is because I mean, to me, it's like medicine, but it's not. It's got a undertone that's like unpleasant. It's very sweet, but yet you don't taste anything sweet. Just this is an identity crisis.
I wonder if you got a backhand, honestly.
I mean, I'll try one again for the hell of it and for the people, but I'll even go to a different location just in case. But I'm not sure if I dig this or not.
That's fair. I don't hate it. Again, I don't think it's the best grape out there. And I think in this current market, again, go get the Ghost Welch's Grape. Could I finish it? Yes. Could I recommend it? Technically, I could say yeah, you can drink it, but like again, if you want a really good grape, go get the Welch's. Um, I'm gonna give
If
it
the
a
Welch's grape wasn't,
say six
go ahead.
eight, 6.8. It's a little
I'll
below
try
average, but
another
not
one
bad.
and I will. Yeah. Yeah, this is. I'm going to have to. If you want, I could say incomplete, but this is definitely not all right. You could even say the Welch's ghost didn't exist and this is still not going to be good.
I guess I'm just curious what they're trying to go after here. Are we just trying to go? Okay, Monster Juice Voodoo Grape is a full sugar grape flavored energy drink offering a sweet candy like or nostalgic soda taste, often compared to grape Kool Aid or Fanta. So are they trying to go for like a candy soda grape? I guess. I mean, if that's kind of the case, and they hit it in a way, because I definitely get like a little bit of a candy aftertaste. It's kind of like a little bit of like a grape Kool Aid, grape. You know what? This is definitely like a grape Fanta with a little bit of a candy aftertaste. That's exactly what it is.
Ah, at this moment, I'm just going to say not worth the time. We'll reassess later. And that's all I got.
It's funny because they do say it is crafted to steer your spirit with the authentic, full body taste of real Concord, uh, of real Concord and red grape juices. So, is there actual red grape juice in here?
Concentrate, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, we got red grape juice concentrate as well as the apple juice. Even plum juice concentrate. Maybe that's what I'm tasting. Maybe it's the plum I'm tasting. That's why is this so.
I still hands down believe that if you want to try the best grape on the market, you need to go to Ghost. Their Welch's grape is the best. If you like Welch's grape juice, you need to get the Ghost. That is the best grape on the market.
I will also say too, there is one flavor that you will not see replicated or put into a product ever again.
Hmm.
Plum.
Not if it's done. If it's done well, it can be mixed. If it's straight up,
Ah, if you remember plum.
oh, I remember plum. Oh, I remember plum. The more I sip on this, I'll go a 7. I'll go a solid 7, from a 6.8 to a 7. Once I kind of put that idea of like grape Fanta with a little bit of candy aftertaste, I kind of changed it a little bit. So 2.5 for Riley, 7 for me. So let us know what you think for the new Monster Voodoo Grape. It's definitely
If
an
you tried it.
it's definitely an interesting one that I did not see coming from Monster. And now the other one we have to try tonight, it is technically new to the U.S., but this has been around in Europe for a little bit. We saw it last year. You know, that actually would be a good idea for a future episode, Mr. Ty. Trying a comparison between the Ultra Grape monster and Voodoo Grape.
You mean the ultra purple?
Yep.
Uh,
He says he
I can't
likes
say I care for the ultra purple.
Voodoo Grape more than Ultra Purple. Now, we do
Well,
have,
maybe that'll be for next show.
I'll say next show, we also have these two and or some, if I can figure out my finger precision. Aha! These two. And some Sneak as well.
Mm. Also, it depends on how caffeinated you're going to be. I mean, it's going to be your day off and your night off. So for me, I got to be up at 5. So for me, it's going to be just a little different. I'm just going to have myself a little bit of something, something on the rocks, and I'll be okay.
This, I think, might be very authentic yuzu. That smells very interesting.
Exactly what is yuzu again?
It's a like a citrus. It's a, from my understanding, it is an Asian citrusy like fruit. So, like an Asian lemon, is where that it sounds to say.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm happy that they got a talented guy a chance. I mean,
Uh,
he as long as he doesn't drive for Ferrari, I'm fine.
Yuzu is a highly aromatic, tart, and fragrant East Asian citrus fruit. Its juice and zest offer a complex flavor profile containing lemon, lime, and grapefruit.
Why does that sound like British white monster? Or maybe Japanese white monster. I don't know.
But mind you, this
Oh,
is yuzu melon. And then this is a zero sugar, but it's technically not a part of the ultra line. So we only have 5 calories in here. We do have 260 milligrams of sodium, 5 carbohydrates, zero sugar, 2 grams of erythritol. Um, and here's actually something very funny, Mr. Relly. Here's
what
something
you
really
got?
funny. Look at the B vitamins. Is there
It's
something?
good.
Is there something you notice about those B vitamins?
That B12 is off the scale.
None of them technically say the exact milligram.
They don't. They go by percentage.
Yep.
They don't say milligram. They just go by
Now,
percentage.
I can only assume that they are the same as the Voodoo because the percentages are the exact same.
So I mean, again, right? It's so hard for me to put it into words because for me personally, I don't have a any clue on what the labels and the food pyramid is for the UK. So I have no idea if they go by percentages or if they go by grams for that sort of thing. I mean, not to have it for just the B vitamins is a little interesting on my end. Not sure why that happened for the label department. Oh well. Ready?
Yes, sir. Salute. Yuzu
Okay.
lemon or yuzu melon. It's
Okay.
it's like a honeydew melon kind of melon. That's very interesting. That is a very interesting flavor profile.
It's not carbonated, is it on your end?
It's very, very, very minorly carbonated. Very minorly.
It's
Also,
it's it's carbonated.
this can only has 145 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, 145, 160. You don't know the difference too much, but this is interesting.
It's very interesting. I can't say we've had a flavor profile similar to this before.
I mean, we didn't have a thought about mixing Area 51 and or Phase 51 and Yuzu together.
Never.
We thought that was we thought that was both borderline crazy. No one came up with that. I mean, if somebody wanted to replicate this now, maybe, but I just don't see it.
I like the yuzu to this a lot. It's not too tart. It's not too sweet. It does have that little bit of like a citrusiness to it. You can think of lemon, think a tiny bit of lime. There's definitely a grapefruit esque aspect to it. And then in like the tail end, you also get that melon, similar to kind of like a honeydew melon, but not almost a full honeydew melon. It's kind of definitely within that melon family.
It's not bad. Definitely, it's an acquired taste sort of thing. It's not bad.
It is kind of an acquired taste, but maybe it's my taste because I actually kind of dig this. I don't think I would drink this a ton. I don't think I would drink it often, but if somebody handed me one of these, I wouldn't be against drinking it. I think in the weirdest way of saying it
Oh,
right now, really, if you came to me and you either handed me a Lando Norris monster or you handed me a Voodoo Grape monster, I'm taking the Lando.
I agree. I'm taking the Lando. Question for you. It's low carbonated,
Hmm.
meaning not our preference, correct?
I don't really necessarily have a preference on carbonated, like to that degree.
I like I like him I like him medium, like a normal, not a high. I like a normal to regular, if that makes sense.
I don't,
It's usually when it's low carbonated, I don't like it.
I don't mind low carbonated as long as it's not that salt syrupy, guess.
Understood. So, never mind. So, me personally, this is low carbonated, not my thing, but I don't mind it. Um, is it smooth?
Yes.
Is it hard to explain if it didn't have a flavor profile on it?
No, but yes. Because at face value, if we didn't know what the flavor was supposed to be, you could definitely taste a little bit of like a lemon to it. You could almost taste a grapefruit, and you could definitely taste a melon. If you didn't know it was yuzu specifically, you would just say it's lemon, grapefruit, melon,
I would just say lemon melon.
or even that. I can definitely taste the like grapefruitiness to the yuzu, but there's definitely that like citrusy lemon and then the melon for sure.
I feel like we got one of those, I call them Alfa Romeos, remember?
No,
I've mentioned this a few times. It's a Top Gear, it's a British Top Gear reference. Um, is it the best in its class? Meaning,
no,
is this the best out there? No.
no,
But is it bad?
no.
Would you recommend it to a friend?
Yes.
I don't know if I would.
Okay. See, I would definitely recommend this to a friend because I think everybody should try this one because it's definitely a very interesting flavor profile that you don't see often. And I give Monster a lot of credit for that.
I would say give it a I would say somebody should give it a try, but I can't say with my chest out saying, "Hey, I really like this. I recommend it," because I know my flavor profile could be different than somebody else's. Like me, when I drink my beer, my flavor profile might be different than somebody else's, where they like a pear sour phenomena or whatever.
Yeah, as long as you're not drinking that IPA shit.
Well, that's why I was leaning into. Some of these IPAs have gotten completely out of control.
That's the
It's like
IPA
it's
snobs.
like, hey, we got yeah, it's like, hey, we got pear, barley grass, lemongrass, and a little bit of raspberry wine in there. This is Duchess IPA Masterpan.
And then you
What?
and then you also have the other IPA that has freshly cut lawn grass.
Yeah, it's just no. Me, I don't mind a local beer, but I like regular beer. I'm not a big IPA guy. Me
No.
personally, give me a brown lager-ish or a light lager personally. I don't mind a dark beer either. But, keep it normal if you don't mind. That's where I'm at.
Honestly, as weird as it is to say, I am in my years now, I've turned fairly straight edge. I don't really care to do any of the above, and I'm very much, if I am going to, only be a social drinker at that aspect. I still don't really want to drink per se, not like I'm being forced to in any way, but I try to stay away from drinking. But I don't mind having the good occasional social drink.
The same kind of goes on here. I mean, I've probably had a little more than I have ever, but I mean, I don't mind one. It's just, I mean, again, when somebody goes, "Hey, you wanna sit and talk for a couple hours while I have a couple?" And I'm like, that depends. If I have one, I order iced tea for the rest of the night, or you gonna get sloppy and I gotta take care of you? That sort of thing.
Now, I do agree. I would recommend this. I do think everybody needs to try it. I give this a solid 7.6. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 7.7. That feels fair. It's good. It's different. It is kind of more unique. I give them credit for that. 7.7. I would drink it again. Now I'm not gonna necessarily go out of my way to grab it, but I would happily drink this.
I'm gonna go with hmm, I'm gonna go with 4 stars.
Okay,
I think it's good, but I think it's an acquired 4-star.
for sure.
Do I think I could have this regularly? No. Am I gonna reach for it a lot? No. But is it good? I would say yes. Do I see people not liking this? Yes, of course. I know people that don't like lemon. I know people that are not melon people. So,
I think a melon's going to be the main
sorry for
part
you.
that throws people away. I don't think it's a yuzu. I think it's the melon.
I think people think yuzu like we kind of say this, but in the trend of anime, if it's matcha or yuzu, I think people try it. But when they're like melon, what the hell do you mean melon? What kind of melon?
Mm-hmm.
That's where people get thrown off, and that's when somebody says, "Whoa, now you done fucked up."
You have now fucked up. You have fucked up now.
Oh yes. So, you like your caffeine content for the evening, or caffeine consuming for the evening?
What do you mean?
Well, there's sometimes where I'm like, where I've said to a drink, "You're not worth my caffeine amount for today."
I guess I don't view it that way. I view all caffeine equally in this world. Caffeine is
Well,
caffeine.
let me rephrase, I guess. Are you enjoying your drinks tonight?
Um, sure. I like the Lando. The Voodoo is kind of hit or miss.
Yeah, for sure.
See, the funny thing here to recognize is now we have tried both and have put them both down. And technically, you could say we have settled our review process. And here you are grabbing the Lando again and taking sips of it, which just goes to show it's a solid can. Because you could have grabbed the grape if you had liked the grape more.
Very true. Ah, very true. It was the one closest to me, but yes.
I will say, in the near future, we do have these two bad boys to try. I'll be shipping out this bad boy to you, and you already have the Blue Raz. I'm very curious to see how this one is. And Mr. Relly, I think when we do try this one, I think we need to have a little project for it. I think you and I need to actually find the ultra red, the ultra blue, and the ultra white and mix them a little bit and see how that compares to this.
If you remember, Ultra Red isn't made anymore.
You still might be able to find it.
That's gonna be a hard task. White, easy, Ultra Blue. The OG Ultra Blue.
I don't know if you have them near you, but Sam's Club sells them in a 3 pack. It might be possible, it might not, but it's food for thought. It's
I don't even know where there's a
caffeine
thing
for thought.
called Buy Me.
It's energy for thought.
True. I think there's a Sam's Club across the border from me. I'm not sure.
Sheesh.
State border, that is. Well, people forget. Like some people forget. So when we started this show, I worked in the state of New York, but I wasn't on my way to the Bronx or Manhattan every single day.
Hmm.
I live in Connecticut. Here's the line. I live right where the microphone is. And I work 1 to 2 towns over, depending the day. Sometimes an hour away from there, plus or minus. Like when I said I worked in New York, I specifically said the upstate and named the counties because it's like, again, I know I root for the Yankees. I know I root for the Rangers, but I'm not in the Bronx every single freaking day.
And fuck the Dodgers.
I'm not I'm not commuting an hour and a half to grab myself a goddamn sandwich and head back home. I'm not doing it. And God forbid the line. Cat's Deli, the line. Oh boy.
Ooh boy.
Oh boy. Yes, screw that line. Fuck the Dodgers. Fuck Ferrari.
Oh.
Fuck the Patriots.
Oh yes. Amen. Okay. Good man. Good man. There's a reason why they
Yes,
lost.
I had well, needless to say, man, I listen, I'm sorry. I love Derp, but I just kind of said to it I said to him straight. I'm like, "Listen, dude, for all and who inhabited, I live here in the tri-state and in New England. I cannot have these insufferable bastards on their high horse for the next 6 months. I can't do it. It was good for society for Seattle to win.
Hmm.
Period. I don't need Dave Portnoy and his I can't act like my age pompous fucking asshole self going all over the place, mentally taking a piss on everyone on his way everywhere. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand for that. You would see someone like me in hiding.
Now, Mr. Early, we do have 10 minutes left in the hour. Is there any other last minute topics or things you'd like to talk of in any form or way? Other new releases, other not releases, things you wish were released.
Uh, well, I did have, I think it would end up being a little in depth, and I don't think we got 10 minutes for it, but needless to say, yeah, this is incredibly uncomfortable for me, but what is the situation with Glitch? Now, for those wondering, I am part of the Glitch Discord. I'm not a partner or an affiliate, but I do know that there are some people, some that we've even had on the show, that are no longer affiliated with the brand and have decided to cut their ties.
So I
Now,
think
from the outside looking in, as a regular consumer, I am I'm kind of crushed to a point because there's some people that have done some things to the brand in a positive note that aren't getting their flowers, as well as someone who I think put a lot of time and effort into it who's not getting appreciated. And to hear that people haven't been paid their dues, which are earned, like it or not, I just feel that debts aren't optional. They are what's right. Some people are pissed at new ownership. Some people are pissed off at Ben. And it has simply become a mess. So I'm not going to pry too deep. I know you can only do as much as you can answer, but I guess your thoughts on what's going on.
it's how it goes about being presented and then the info given and the questionnaire around it. A lot of it got spearheaded for you seeing it online was because my significant other Recon did announce that she was leaving the brand and made it very public. Many other partners have also left the brand as well, but there are still many staying at this current time. You kind of have a big divide. Some people are trying to stick it out to see the new adventure ahead. Some people don't like the new direction that it's going, and there's many different aspects. Um, some people it's because of commission payouts for whether it's just the amount the commission that they're owed for flavor stuff, etc. Some people, even if they got that, for the example, they just might not being the direction or not liking the current direction because the new ownership has stated that they're not afraid of using AI. They don't want to use it in a slop art way, but they're still not afraid to use it for other ways that it could be used. Um, there's technically a wide variety of it. Some people also feel like because of the new ownership, while again it is still very early on, and there hasn't been much time with the new ownership, that it feels hollow. Doesn't feel like the community family that it once used to be, because the ownership isn't fully involved with it as much as some would like it to be. Many also were displeased in the lack of communication, which I also understand for that. Um, and I will come straight forward about it and say like I'm also somebody that is affected by this, but I've been kind of sticking my head out. Um, I appreciate and love my dear partner Recon a lot because a lot of what also spearheaded her decisioning for leaving, while there are many, was for the simple fact of she knew I, one of their prominent partners slash influencers, one of their prominent members, um, have also not gotten paid. I did not get my commission payout for what I was last supposed to, and I also have not received my profit share for THST for 2025, which I also signed in a contract. So it was also contractual, both signed by both parties that I would be payout for percentage of sales for my flavor. So that also spearheaded that a lot as well.
So to I guess get we don't need to talk into dollar amount. I'm not going to make
Sure.
that public information. I think that's doxing. And whether if we were on camera, off camera, I think a man's money is a man's money, and I have no business doing that. But for the one moment, just me asking as a customer
Hmm.
and a supporter of you, the creator.
Yep.
When is so for 2025? There was no payout, or are they just behind a little bit?
You could say both.
Not no payout for 2025.
You could say that there's been no payout thus far for my contract of 2025 for it. And the idea slash sentiment slash proposition was that before the original company of Glitch was sold, they were to start paying out the remaining bit of commission slash profit shares that were due. And even the new ownership of Glitch had also made a mention that they would not take it over until that was taken care of. So, new ownership came in, and while they said they wouldn't take ownership until that stuff was amended, many see again new ownership come in, and those weren't amended. So people are also wondering with the previous company, hey, how come we weren't getting paid out? There has also been an uproar on social media from other people about it, um, for different reasons. Um, you, there is again two different companies at hand. One which was the previous, which was public knowledge, was previously owned by Fit Brands, and then I don't know the technical new name of the company, or if there even is an umbrella company that currently owns the new glitch per se. So I don't
So
know.
all of 2025 was not paid out to you?
Yes, correct.
I thought they would do it monthly or something.
They normally would. They normally would.
Well, all of 2020, so they are a year
So
behind on your
there's
commission.
there's two different things to know. Is they are behind on both. The profit share for sure is yearly. It's yearly contractual base. The commission part, there, it, to put it bluntly, there was never a concise way of knowing. It was never necessarily monthly. It was never necessarily quarterly. It wasn't you make this much amount and you get paid out. There was never a great way of that's going about. It was kind of whatever you got it, you got it. There was never an XY amount was made, you got paid out, or within this amount of time, you then got paid out. There was never that either. But for the year 2025, I haven't gotten the last bit of commission that I was owed, and then the bigger one is my profit share. Now, mind you, again, mind you, being one of the more prominent figures for that company, one of the more not prominent, not profited, but prominent figures slash influencers for that brand, especially in this last year, but even in the past 4 years that I've been with them, because mind you, I became an affiliate with them at the end of 2022, became a partner with them in mid 2023. That's how I met Recon. Um, Even me, again, a prominent figure who has went above and beyond for this brand, because one, I genuinely enjoyed the product. That's never been a lie. I would never stand or put my name for something that I didn't genuinely enjoy, didn't genuinely represent, didn't genuinely want to put upon my community. I'm not going to go signing these other brands just to try to push a product and get a paycheck out of it. That's not me. That's never been me. If I'm going to put my name on it, if I'm going to promote it, advertise, etc., I'm going to give it my stamp of approval. I always enjoyed the product. So, again, even me being a prominent figure in the company still has not seen this. Imagine how people, respectfully saying, that are smaller than me or weren't as prominent as me are also feeling about this. Mind you, I even started as
And
an
there's a lot of
affiliate, went to partnership, became an influencer, even became like a community manager.
correct.
I started doing stuff with the what they called their events team, trying to create community events and be doing online interviews and podcasts and other stuff. There was the whole like glitch casting that they were trying to do, which I was also part of that for a little
Yes.
bit.
You and Recon were solid pieces of the foundation to it, and I think the three of us combined obviously two people being partnered and one person just being a friend of partners. I think we stuck our chest out for Glitch a hell of a lot more than some of these creators have in a year's span, whereas the three of us would in a month, which is sad to think about. Think about it. There's somebody like myself outside of you, Recon, Bisso when that time came around, and maybe certain creators like certain VTubers, because again, they sell more drinks than everybody else. That's just how it goes. But you kind of get where I'm going there. That's just how it is. The fact that some people only promoted by putting it in their bio and that's that. Like that to me, I wonder sometimes. The fact that the fact that commissions haven't been paid, I understand why some big figures like Snowy and let's see, we have got a couple creators that did have flavors that are no longer part of the brand, which is something. But I guess it's a very hard pill to swallow at the moment. And I understand people that are staying on board, such as yourself, where it's like, I'm gonna ride through the hard bumps. I did have a flavor, but wonder what happens now.
I will
We're just gonna see what happens if they stay the course, right?
I will put it to you
For a
into
bit.
this way. I do not blame any of my fellow partners slash influencers for leaving. I do not fault them. I also do not fault them for staying. I myself am heavily on the fence. I have already had a talk with my significant other Recon about it on my behalf of at this current time I'm very 50-50 because I do want to stay upon and see how the new product is. They are supposed to be sending samples of the new product to partners within the next 2 to 3 weeks because they've also come up and added new flavors because they were originally just going to do three. They've added two or three other new ones on, and they were supposed to send samples out to partners for to gather feedback. So one I wanted to stay on, especially to see how that was. I wanted to see how the new formula was. I wanted to see how it tasted, etc. I knew a dead for sure cutoff was going to be if I did not like that new formula, if I did not truly stamp my approval of it, that was going to be the nail in the coffin. For sure. No matter what. But now seeing about how a lot of other things have gone down in the current time, it's also made me teeter totter on that fence a lot more if I want to stay even to that point as well. So.
So I did want to say this. Now, this is public Discord information. I'm actually I'm intrigued and at the same time a little disappointed with the flavors that have been announced for the new regime. There has been 4 confirmed flavors, 1 flavor on the fence, and 1 flavor, well, actually 2 flavors, but since one is partner based, meaning yours, there's one staple of Glitch that has been around for many years that is not in the first lineup, and that is grenades or any form of green apple. Is that sad on your end? Because for me, it is a little bit.
I can understand the sentiment, but I didn't really look at it that way. And again, they'd like put out the promo images for a couple and like say what the first couple flavors were, and there were two more added upon that. I don't recall what the two flavors were at this time. Um,
I got them pulled up here.
well,
So
I know what you have pulled up, but there's more on top of that that I know of that you do not. That's not to that public degree.
So I only wanted to say the ones that were public knowledge, just so
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's insider trading. So I'm in a Discord that anyone could go into that you're also in,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the hey, this is the corporate meeting, or this is a business meeting, this is NDA, this is business practices. So for someone that doesn't know, like even though it's Discord, it's not like they're out on Twitter like they should be talking about the new brand. Instead, they're just like reloading, processing, and saying deleting rude comments, but whatever.
I
Even though they're truthful comments, but whatever.
Well, they're not deleting comments currently on the socials. What they are deleting, though, as of today and as of very recently, is if you go to the actual Glitch Twitter, they've deleted the history. I understand this is technically a new
I
company
saw
and
that,
a new
yes.
ownership. I get that, but they are deleting history.
That is the thing that I do not want them to do, and I feel like that's sad.
If
Because at the end of the day, it's the Fox, man, like, come on. This isn't a new brand, you've had people following this for years. What the hell are you thinking?
if I could give you, not necessarily you, but you as the audience, or any of my fellow ex partners, ex affiliates, ex influencers, any word of advice, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if you really care about how your brand or yourself looks on the internet, and if you are leaving Glitch, in my humble opinion, do not go brand hopping. It does not make you look good in any way. It does not put you on any higher of a pedestal. If I see you going from Glitch to then Advanced GG to then now like Ulti, Freshen Up, etc., whoever, if you are hopping to multiple different brands within multiple different months, think about how that puts an image on you, and also think about how that affects your community and what you're doing to them, because I don't think that's as much of a good look as you may think it is. And even if you don't go hopping from two different brands to finally finding one in general, maybe sticking out for a little bit before you go into your next brand, because sticking from one and heavily promoting it, making it the high grand trophy pedestal, to then hopping to another brand saying, oh, no, 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 this is now the high grand pedestal. Think about what you're putting your name behind. Think about what you're representing. Think about what you're putting onto the shoulders of your
Gotcha.
community that you're promoting it to, because there are many that are brand hopping. It does not look good.
Yes, I couldn't have put better myself. So, flavors confirmed to public knowledge. Watermelon, yay or nay?
Fine. I was
Not
fine.
sure. It says regular watermelon. Not sure if it's the tactical watermelon that's repurposed and whatever.
I think you're
It's
looking
such a
at.
broad
I think you're looking
category.
at that part too deep and just gotta take it at face value. Because you gotta
Very
think
well.
that was how Fit Brands made things. This is a new org or a new company. They could be doing a completely different kind of manufacturing. We don't know how these new formulas are going to taste or how it's going to be differently formatted.
Well, very true, and I think the formula can and will make a difference. But I'm just saying, if we go by some flavors that we have had in the past by Glitch, for example, the next one is blue raspberry. You can argue that the Smurf juice was the best blue raspberry on the market at the time, easily. You looking forward to having at least a Glitch blue raspberry back?
I mean, I think it's a staple flavor.
I mean, I do hope that there's a formula change that's if I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. I hope there's not a formula change, even though I think it's inevitable that there will be. I just want to know what the hell we're going to be working with here because there's some brands that have had an identity crisis or have tried certain things and all of us have gone, "Wait, what the hell are we doing here?" Like, you know what I mean? There's been like, "Oh, we didn't put maltodextrin in this one, but it tastes like crap." Hey, we put dynamine in this. Yeah, but it tastes like crap. We put stevia in here. Oh, Lord, it tastes like crap. It's hard to sell anything that doesn't taste good. Let's be honest.
You're right. Even though there are still
It's
people
hard
that
to get
promote
some
brands for their flavors, even if I think their flavors and or brand as a whole tastes like shiz.
true. But I am looking forward to the cotton candy and the strawberries and cream coming back. Am I optimistic? Do I feel positive about it? Yes, until further notice. But guava passion fruit, I can go without. Personally. Personally. But I think that's just me that we're talking about here. So it seems like you're kind of 50-50 on what the hell's going on throughout this whole process. And I can truly understand and respect that. And with the time we've had off and everything else, I have been thinking to myself, this is going to be a very interesting Monday, simply because I see the feed, I see what's trending, I see the comments, I see the people jump ship. I've seen the people find greener grass, and by greener I mean, hey, you remember that scene from King of the Hill where
No,
Ale turned Hank's lawn brown?
I
Okay.
don't. I could not
So
ever
he
get
did
into that
something
show.
that's sad. But anyways, they found green grass while the grass they were standing on was brown currently. So I respect it. It is what it is. So am I optimistic just as a let's say I didn't care about content creators and I'm going by the product here. Am I optimistic? Kind of. Not very, because everything that I'm reading into right now screams in my head private equity. Now, again, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why my boy hasn't been paid out. I don't know why they ditched some certain people here. I don't know whoever is the intern for the social media for them. Uh, put them in the office immediately, please. Or better yet, if they're not doing their goddamn job, else do that damn job because they kind of suck at it. I mean, again, or any brand that deserves slander, I'm not DMX, but I'm going to give it to you. That's just how it is.
I will say this, and we will end on this note because I love to beat this dead horse. Mr.
Please do.
Relly, Mr. Relly was never given a paycheck from VIP Brands to talk about Glitch on this show, and he sure as hell is not getting a check from the new ownership to talk about it on this show either. So that's an old joke that I will forever beat like a dead horse, and there's the proof.
Hey, there's something under my table. Absolutely fucking nothing.
As we have said, we make $0 doing this as a fun passion, and he has made $0 talking about in the past. And with that, that is episode 184.
I will just say this and clip this at the somebody clip this for me. Ben of Fit Brands, if you have the courage to sit down with the two of us and to answer tough questions, you know where to find us. Anyone from the new regime that has a pair to handle the tough questions from myself, you know that our door is open. I understand that we may come off harsh, but just remember, no matter the brand, no matter the ties, no matter the commitment, we do not hold any punches. We tell it as it is, and these two men that you are watching in front of you cannot be bought. It's plain and simple. Because if you want to screw somebody dry, I'm not going to stand for it. It's just how it is. So if any of you have the balls, the guts, the nerve, whatever you want to throw on the table, to say it with your chest and let the people know what happened, what went wrong, what screwed up, and if there's a way to fix this, you know where to find us and you know how to get it done. Because as far as every single one of you at some point in time, your balls are in a frying pan. Because Space Panda doesn't look like it's going anywhere. I know that during the what we thought was the height of those two brands, there was another brand underneath Fit Brands that was being made, and it was a anti-aging cream or makeup or whatever the hell it was. There was money, but the fact that we have people unpaid or behind payment, and it goes for a year. I got news for you. Ain't nobody gonna work for you if you haven't paid them in a year. If they're paid once a month, I get it. If it's hey, similar to Twitch, it's once a month or not until it's over $100. I understand that. But the excuse is, that well is running friggin' dry. And I can and will not stand for it. Grow a pair, come on this show, take your medicine. That's all I got. And for the good people that listen to me being a Ganaruza Butana, stay safe, stay warm, drink your freaking water. Caffeine optional, brand of your choosing. Stay safe, be well, get home safe. Tell your good people you love them. And for anyone who is or anyone that knows someone struggling with the big C, not alone. Please. Have a good night, people. Aw, kitty.